Let me turn it down. All right. We'll be back in just a minute.
Yeah, it's still a lot of debate about who we are. That's arguing we ain't African, we ain't black, we ain't this, we ain't that. Man, truth is we all of that. Cause all of that come from us, you know what I'm saying? It's all about where you gon' fit in. Yeah. Yo, what's your name? You an African, an American, or an Israelite? Black or more, Muhammad or a provocateur? What the business like? Malcolm X, my enemy. Chief Turner, Dr. King, people burner, you repeat. Look at me, who you see? I'm garbage when I rap a bar. Every line is a black star. I'm Master Far cause I understand who these crackers are. Nat Turner's my avatar. My attitude so desolate. I'm a mocking dog, these motherfuckers. Dr. Cotton, these Europeans know what I mean. I'm Farrakhan, never will I run. Robert Williams, nigga with a gun. George and Jonathan Jackson, Dr. Joseph Ben, Dr. Nam, showing proof like Dr. Clark. I'm a boom cause I got the heart. I'm Dubois cause I'm hella smart. I'm Denzel cause I got the part. I'm Bianchi, Sutton Kufu, Mansa Musa, Shaka Zulu. I'm with Mia, I'm with Tulu. If I was Jesus, what would you do? I'm a Negro and I'm colored. I'm your nigga and your brother. Yeah, I kill you, but I love you. Accept your own and reject the other. What's your name?
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you a tongue?
What's your name? It's a sugar boo, it's a torch monkey, it's a Sambo, it's a Oreo, maybe revolution is just too much for the handle. I ain't carrying no scandal, I ain't scary, I am. Harry tough with a candle, time to pick up the mantle. I'm a son to Wop and Queen of Zinga, Nefertiti and Queen Amina. Half she said and the Queen of Sheba, she thinks she God, please believe her. Name is Osada, great escape. Angela Davis, sweet safe. Winnie Mandela, refuse to break. I'm anime, refuse to hate. I see straight through cause I'm late today. Been standing loop, I got things to say. With Shirley Chisholm, I paved the way. The homie queen came to slay. Better survive, I mean my Malcolm. Black love is the only outcome. I won't stop until y'all have some. I might set this shit gon' happen. I'm on shoe, come bless the altar. I'm Miriam, I bless the Walter. I'm on the Kunaja, my daughter. I'm Oya, I cannot falter. I'm the one to give birth to stars. Masterful, how I work these bars. Series B to the earth to Mars. KOS, reverse the stars. Show now.
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you a tongue? As you are right now.
Wow, y'all ain't telling me I'm playing it on the other end too. Peace, peace and black African power. I'm sorry, I had my other laptop on. Y'all probably was hearing some feedback from the music, man. But peace and black African power. Welcome back to Kofi Piesie Research Team TV. I am Kofi Piesie. We got another, I ain't gonna say guest because this is a family member. This is our brother. So welcome back to Warrior Scholar Show with our 23rd, I say guest, but 23rd brother, but 23rd family member, Aziz Fall. Before I get started, let me go back over here. Hold on, let me mute this out. But first, I want to say ETM Hotel, man. Do our Aku, do our Necha, Fatmu Alafie, Fatmu Riri, Fatmu Iwa Pele, Majuba Iba Ie Gungun, Majuba Iba Ie Gungun, Majuba Iba Ie Lakba, Majuba Iba Ie Lakba, Igungun Kiki Gungun. I always want to give honor and praises to the ancestors because without the ancestors, we wouldn't be here. We are our ancestors. I also would like to stand honor and praises to the true and living elders according to an African worldview and from an African perspective, because just because you older than me does not make you my elder. Throw this up here real quick. Like I said, before we get started, I always have to go into my little spiel about the new Independent African Academy. These are some of the goals, the mandates, and the codes of conduct. Let me go back to the first page. So again, like I say, man, a new independent African Academy, man, it's just another community or a safe community, man, where we have codes of conducts, man. We have mandates. We have goals that we are actually trying to achieve. We're trying to stay away from the ISFAT or the EY Baruru, which is bad character. We're trying to stay away from those who are scamming, those who are lying. So this is definitely a great, and, the people that are honest, we try to be as honest as possible when it especially comes to this information. We try to source up, over here. We're not making nothing up over here. So, but it says, let me move this over. Let me enlarge this too, because I can't see. I ain't got my glasses on. But it says, number one, never talk down on another NIA member in public. No pseudoism. Research methodology must be required. Teach those who are ready and willing to learn. Support other members. Disagreements handled in private. Number 7, no one is above critique. Number 8, must stand for Black Africa, the descendants, and the diaspora. Zero tolerance against dishonesty is number 9. Number 10, if it move on over, come on, can we go to the next page? Hold on, y'all. Move this out the way. Okay, can I go to the next page? All right. Number 10, Riri. No selfish acts. Number 12, no scamming. Number 13, no pedophilia. Number 14, no disrespecting for Black women. Race first. Number 15, number 16, supporting Black businesses. Number 17, integrity. Number 18, must possess the will to learn. Number 18, each one teach one. Or as I like to say, as I learn, we all learn. Our goals for the new Independent African Academy is producing more authors. We're very adamant with that, producing more authors. Number 2, producing exceptional men and women. Number 3, institutions for learning. Number 4, entrepreneurship. Number 5, scientific literacy. Number 6, scholarships for the youth. Number 7, long-lasting marriages. Number 8, creating rites of passages. Number 9, unification. Number 10, multiple support systems. So those are the codes of conduct, the mandates, and the goals that we are trying to achieve. Again, if you're rocking with the new Independent African Academy, please go to our online apparel store, ImbokafamilyConnectApparel.com, and get your new Independent African Academy t-shirts. Also, go and purchase. If you ain't got it, go and get my new book. Been out a few months, Beautiful Lessons About Kimoyo. We're trying to get away from the term African traditional religion and the term African spirituality and change it or get us to put Kimoyo on the tongue, replace those two terms with Kimoyo. If you want to learn about the different elements of African traditional religion, or what y'all call it, African spirituality, this is definitely a book for those who are trying to learn the different elements which makes up Kimoyo. Also, go get Spear Masters, a book that Kofi Piesie, our research team, that we put out a couple of, maybe it's been almost a month now. Spear Masters, it has been a month, matter of fact. Spear Masters, a historical survey in the minds of African warrior scholars, volume 4. This book title is inspired by the Dinka people. If you want to learn more about who the Dinka is in the South Sudan, this is the book for you. If you want to learn about who is the Spear Masters, this is the book for you. If you want to learn about some of the Spear Masters in real time, contributing to the South Sudan, fighting off the Arabs, fighting off the Europeans, this is the book for you, as well as other various surveys within the book. And again, it is Dinka approved. Also, if you hadn't got Sean's book, What SARS-CoV-2 Taught Me, please go get that book as well if you're trying to be informed and trying to understand what SARS-CoV-2 is, how to move in the pandemic, what is a virus, if you're trying to understand what a virus is, if you're trying to understand what's in COVID, if you're trying to understand what is first, second, or third generational vaccines. This is a book full of information that'll answer a lot of the questions that a lot of people are accent. All three of those books are available on our publishing company, Same Tree, Different Branch Publishing. All you have to do is type in the search bar, Same Tree, Different Branch Publishing, and the website will pop up and you can go in there and purchase those books, as well as the varieties of other books that we have out on our publication. Y'all please like and share the show. Peace to everybody that's in the chat that's piling in. I appreciate y'all coming through, man, to support the channel and support brother Aziz. All right, let me go back. Let me change this camera back out. All right, man. So today, like I said, we got a guest. We got brother Aziz Fall, who is a member of the Mossi Warrior Clan. So brother Aziz, just briefly, I tell everybody briefly, because I know if I don't tell them briefly, they'll keep going and then they'll kind of mess up some of my interview questions. But can you briefly, you know what I'm saying, for people that may not know who you are, man, briefly, tell them who Aziz Fall is.
Okay, so Aziz Fall is a researcher on the Mossi Warrior Clan. Been with the clan since almost the beginning, for real. Watching the development, participating. Probably one of the members that's been in the cut the most, but still present, still active. And, I like to, my area of focus is linguistics, ancient Egyptian and the Wolof language. And I also do art, a few things there. I used to do music, but right now that's my focus.
No doubt, man. Let me get on my iPad real quick, man, and we'll get it in, man. But shout out to everybody, man, that's in the chat, man. Y'all please like and share the show. Share the show with those that you think that may be interested in this interview, man. I mean, it's definitely gonna be a learning lesson, So, brother Aziz, man, what are and the first three questions I asked are particularly the questions that I ask everybody that my interview on the Warrior Scholars, man. So name number one, man, name some of your favorite Warrior Scholars. Who were some of your favorite Warrior Scholars?
Man, I gotta put Sheikh Hunter Juk up there at the top. His works really marked me and a lot of other people, everybody knows that. Theophilo Benga is another one. Man, there's so many, and there's so many different categories. You said top three?
No. I said name your favorite Warrior Scholars. It don't matter if you got more than three. That's total. I already knew Sheikh Hunter Diop was going to be one of yours. I already knew that, but I was inquisitive about some of the other guys and Theophilo Benga. I can see that.
Abu Bakri Musalam. He's an author from Senegal, and he does that same kind of work, but from a Fulani perspective. You got Mubabinge Bilolo. He does that work from a Central African perspective, similarly to Asar. But there are a lot of authors, there are a lot of authors that do different things. Michael Gomez, his work on West Africa, that was really cool too. There's a lot of works. There's a lot of works. I could refer to books probably.
Okay. No doubt. And I mean, I'm rocking with those. You definitely named those are definitely some Warrior Scholars, man. Name, man, the last book you read or the book that you are currently reading.
Okay. Book I just finished is let me pull that up. The Trickster Comes West.
Who is that by?
That's by a brother called Babacar Mbaye.
Okay.
And I even know this brother personally. But this is an important work. It shows how early Africans in the West used folk tales and other stories in the culture to be able to resist slavery, resist colonization, and things of that nature. So that's a good book that I just finished, and I definitely recommend it.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to definitely check it out. I might be able to pull something in my expanded version of my book, man. Definitely. You copped it off of Amazon, or you got that from him personally?
No, I got it from Amazon.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, man, and y'all, by the way, y'all see brother Zez, he has on the Mboka hoodie, man. That's like he showed me, that's a nice hoodie, man. Y'all want one of them hoodies go. I don't even got man. I got all the shirts and the tank tops, but I don't even have
I'm about to cop some more, so y'all better hurry up and cop.
yeah, man. It look good on you too, man. What does, man, number three, man? I don't know if your name has a meaning, but most of the people that I know that I interview, they have their name actually means something, So does your name Aziz actually have a meaning behind it?
Okay, so the name Aziz, it's really an Arabic name. I grew up Muslim, born Muslim, really, but of course, I kind of grew into some other things, and kind of matured spiritually, So the Arabic side of that, I don't know if it really reflects really what I'm trying to convey
Right.
right now, but from what I know, the name Aziz in Arabic means exempt, like the exempt one. I think it's one of the 99 names of Allah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but it's a popular name in Senegal.
Yeah. No doubt, no doubt. I mean, shoot, that's why I asked, man. I mean, I just interviewed um well, his name actually he was a Muslim, but his name but he's no longer Muslim, but his name was named after it was a Greek rendition, Brother Sheffrin from the Pseudo Killers.
Right.
Um, from Khufu, they called him Sheffrin in the Greek. So he was a Muslim, former Muslim as well. Um, but man, let's talk about, man, your journey. That because that's interesting. I always want to talk about um people's journey, what I'm saying, of becoming, we like to say becoming conscious. I'll say becoming aware. So what's your journey? Because you say you have a background, you was born a Muslim. So can you kind of walk us through, man, your journey of and becoming what I would call aware?
Yeah, man, definitely. Man, it's weird because like I grew up, like my mom was a professor. My mom is a professor, you know what I mean? African studies. So I kind of grew up with a lot of that instilled, but I still had, my awakening to things, you know what I mean? Um, I'm into all this Egyptian stuff now, but you see how Sheffrin and some other people are kind of like, man, y'all from West Africa, y'all not from Egypt, y'all ain't got nothing to do with us. I was like that. I was like that, especially coming from Senegal. I'm like, people are attracted to that kind of stuff because of they see the gold, all this kind of stuff, the opulence. But we went through stages, went through a pseudo stage like everybody, and not too bad though, I didn't wig out too bad. A lot of people went crazy. But we know that. But for me, it was really just when I started to apply things for myself. I think that's the distinguishing moment. When you start to actually take in the information instead of just taking in what somebody is telling you or taking in what you're reading, you're actually trying to make sense of what it is that the information that people are presenting you.
Right. That's kind of like that's kind of was my same thing, starting off, with pseudo beginnings and listening to everybody. And once I began to understand, really take my time and read things and really take my time and stop just purchasing that, buying everything, man, and understanding what research methodology, then I began to, steer in the right path and begin to meet the right people. Yeah.
It's a journey, man. It's a journey, you know, and everybody has their own time when they come into stuff, you know, hopefully sooner than later though, because as we can see with this COVID stuff, you know, information is real. The wrong information can get you killed.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
You know?
Definitely a fact, man. But yeah, man. Darn for the laptop. So, man, I want to let's talk about, man, how did you meet Benjamin, man, Njai? I know he be wanting me to call him Black Panther. I hope he probably gonna jump on here soon. But I pronounce him.
I'm on here now.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, well, because I want to know, but I call him that, and the reason why I'm glad he on here, I does that, and when I'm promoting all of our stuff,
What's up, Ben?
I done started putting Black Panther in there, but I put Benjamin Njai in there because I want his name to start getting in the algorithm, because it's very important that my brother's name get into the algorithm, because Black Panther is so saturated in the algorithm. People may not be able to find my brother's, work. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to put, and he get mad and come up, man, could you please change that to Black Panther? So I try to change it. So I try to, change it, but I try to keep both of them intertwined so we can keep that name in the algorithm. So when people want some accurate and sound information about African culture and tradition, you know what I'm saying, his name will definitely be able to pop up there, or people will be able to find him quick with that name instead of strolling for hours trying to find his information, because Black Panther is saturated in the algorithm. But yeah, how did you meet
it was really through reaching out, and like we said, this whole journey into consciousness, through consciousness, or awareness, or whatever we want to call it. Well, but I saw that he was really a solid brother, you know what I mean? He was also from Senegal, from the Senegambian area, and we just kind of clicked. And later on, we might have found out that we might even be related.
Wow.
So, that's how connections happen, and I'm grateful for that connection. Brother Ben is a solid brother. He brought the whole Mossi Warrior Clan together. I used to watch him on Sadnetta and some of the other channels, doing his thing. But really, that's what I can say about that. Yeah.
So okay, you reached out to him first. So after you reached out to him, he reached back out to you and asked you to join the Mossi Warrior Clan.
I think after some time, he saw me doing a little work in the Seshu group and a few things I was sharing with him,
Oh, okay, yeah, because that question. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. I was just wrapping up.
Yeah, because that was like one of my questions. I mean, I never knew. I was wondering, like, how did he meet Ben? And
because that's my cousin. That's why, man. It's my cousin. my cousin.
That's your cousin.
That's my cousin, man. My Senegambian cousin. Tell him your middle name, cousin.
Man, shoot, Maka and Fall,
That's Senegambian all day, man.
Yeah.
Senegambian all day.
Yeah, man.
He got some Njais in his family.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He got some Njais in his family, man.
The Fall and the guy and a couple others,
Yeah, but he probably your cousin. Then I am your cousin.
Trying to tell you, man. I figured that out. I said, "Oh, you got to get down. I got to snatch you up."
Yeah,
right.
Family, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm glad you did. You know what I mean? Around that time, I think it was so much going on. I mean, I probably wasn't gonna join anything pseudo anyway. You know what I mean? But at the same time, a group like the Mossi Warrior Clan is definitely something that helped keep a certain standard, you know, a certain
Absolutely.
focus on, you know, it wasn't that much else.
I saw you
I
with
remember
in the Sescu group. That's what I saw you, man. I saw you in the Facebook group, having a conversation with a star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What year was that? That had to be like 2000.
Evaluate talent. I'm the general manager. I like to say who I wanna get up in there, man. You know, and when I see something, when I see a talented brother, you know, putting out good information, I just watch him for a while. And I watched you put out some good information, those dialogues with Asar and everything. I said, man, we ain't got no linguists on the Mossi, man. I need to have a conversation with this brother. And then we figured out what we figured out, you know, on the family tip, and it was, you know, rest is history from that point.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And you know, I was just bringing up the fact all the publications and everything, you know. I'm getting ready to submit one of my articles for Kofi review. What's that? You said November 28th?
Yeah, the 28th.
28, man. I'll be ready this time, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna submit something as well. I don't know if a lot, and like you said, you be in the cut, man. A lot of people don't even know, man.
Right.
It's an article. He put me on Yoro Dio from Senegal, man. And it's an article he submitted. And I didn't even realize the importance of this article. I put it on my website talking about migrations from the Nile Valley into West Africa, and it's got linguistic evidence with that article. But man, people have used that article as sources in other articles. Even some of them are on Wikipedia. And I didn't know that until, you know, every once in a while I search my name, Black Panther, and like Kofi said, it's saturated. That's why I try to spell it a different way, but it's still saturated. So I went and searched my name on Google, and it came up, that article came up on Wikipedia though. And I was like, who put this on Wikipedia? But when I went and looked, it was the one that you submitted. And I was like, people are using that article in, like, you know, stuff they submit to Academia EDU and ResearchGate. Like, people are using that joint, yo. Like, they're citing that source. So there's a page on Wikipedia that if you look into references, they cite that article.
I need to look that up, man. They gotta give me my credit.
I know that.
Hell yeah! If they click the link, because you know they got to map the link to the article. So you know I got your name on the article. So when they click that link, they see it's you.
Yeah,
so
that's
you know the only thing they see from me is
my academia page. No, I was just saying I just updated my academia page. So it's funny you mentioned that, for real. Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll see it's my website, but when they click on the actual link, yeah, they see your name, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, let's talk about.
See, that's the advantage of being a part of the group. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about, man. Oh, go ahead, man. I ain't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying that's the advantage of being in a group, you know what I mean, when it comes to scholarship, you know what I mean, and things like that. You know, people can put your stuff in other places, you know what I mean, where you might not, you know, and it gets somewhere that you might not even thought it would get, you know.
Right.
And that's the advantage of being part of a network, you know.
Right. No, most definitely, man. Teams win, man. I love being a part of a team, man. I know a lot of people like to be individuals. I just like being part of, you know, a good team, man. But let's speak about, man, Wolof, man. You speak, and I always heard you have, but I wasn't sure. And I just heard you say Wolof. Do you speak Wolof and French?
Yeah, man. I grew up speaking Wolof, You know, it's a beautiful language, man. And I hope to get some courses here in the future, you know. But you know, it's what can I say, you know? It's an African language, and it's something that people should get closer to, you know. People who are interested in things African should definitely try to learn the African language. If you have African descent, you should definitely try to learn the African language.
Yeah, I got a Wolof language, the Wolof
But as
phrase
far as
book.
like, I don't know, the academic side, if you want to, okay.
No, go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you good.
Oh,
I
but
was
yeah.
saying that if you wanted me to say something more like on the academic side of Willow.
Oh no, I was just, just trying to see, man, did you speak Wolof and you speak French, and I think that's a dope, man. You definitely need to do a class here soon. Because I'm trying to learn Wolof, man. I'm really trying to learn it. I got a Wolof language book. It's a Wolof phrase book and dictionary by Santi Diop. And then I have a Wolof dictionary. It's from Wolof to English. And it's by Iyami Kantor. I think that's how I'm pronouncing the last name. I may be. So I be trying to learn because we got the partnership in Gambia, and a lot of them they speak Arabic, but they also not Arabic. Yeah, they speak Arabic, French, and Wolof over there. So, and a lot of times they be speaking, and they be speaking to me in Wolof. So I be trying to learn more words so I can actually go back and forth with them in there. So, I done learned, they done taught me a few little things, and then I might be seeing some things and they'll show me how to structure it and rephrase it and put it together, because I'm trying to learn, and I'm saying this will be dope. And the only reason why I'm saying this to be dope if you start the classes is we're trying to put together a trip called the As I Learn, We All Learn tour to Gambia. And actually, we finna start rolling it out here in December. I actually got to start sending. I got to send Ben something actually tonight, and send the team something actually tonight. So, because we gonna try to raise money. So, and we trying to file it a certain way where it won't be that expensive on us. So, I actually got to look at the stuff first before I send it. But Sister Ladosha's gonna start sending me a lot of stuff tonight, and I'm gonna start sending it to the team. And I want to go over and I want to be like right. I want to be right for those that may not speak totally, English, because some of the students over there that we actually engage with over there, they don't speak English well. So I want to be able to and don't understand English well. So I want to be able to go over there and I don't have to do that with me. I could be able to speak.
Hey, that just means if we ain't all the way up to par, we gotta take Aziz with us.
No, seriously, man.
That just means that
would really be amazing if all of us was in Gambia.
hey, you got to roll with us, brother. We need a translator, brother.
Yep. Let's do
it. Because I'll tell people, because people always see the African Renaissance Monument in Senegal, right? They always see it and they're like, oh, I would love to go there. I would love to see it. It's so beautiful. And it is, it
really is.
It was a great visit.
But huge.
That thing right in the heart of the car. And if you can't speak no Wolof, or if you can't speak no French, you're going to have a hard time getting there. Let me tell you something. It's real humbling being in a place where don't hardly nobody speak your language.
It's true.
Like you can't even get a soda if you wanted to. Like
that's true.
It's like that was my first time being in an environment where like I was totally dependent upon my niece who lives there. My niece Eva, she has a cosmetology shop there. But without her, bruh, it's bad. I mean, like hardly
it's difficult. It's difficult. But you'll run into some people though that can speak, but it's it's a French speaking country. So
right. I was just about to get into that. The French got us. So that's why they don't speak English like that. The French colonized them.
Mhm.
So, you know, unfortunately, that's what it is. But if you go to Gambia, it's
Right.
the opposite because you know the British colonized them. So they speak English. They don't really speak a lot of French like that, but they speak Wolof too.
Right.
So
Right.
you know, Gambia, you'll be more good, but
Right. That Wolof will give you access to both.
oh yeah, all day long. And my niece, man, she speaks Wolof, English, French, Mandinka, and Fulani.
Yep. Man, I'd be so
And the
jealous of people,
further,
man. People be speaking like 6 languages.
yeah,
Like
the
maybe
further
7.
we got away from Senegal, the
Mm-hmm.
more we ran into people that spoke Mandinka and Fulani. And I was on the you know, my fact finding mission. So I was trying to find the Sahur
Right.
sites and stuff. So,
Right.
you know, having her was a gold mine because she was speaking to people in Mandinka and Fulani to tell us where those sacred sites were. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I know if you come with us, it'll have that same effect because
Oh yeah, man.
you know, me and brother Kofi, we got to sharpen our swords. And when it comes to Wolof, you know, I
Man,
don't
that's
know if
not a
you
problem, man.
crazy.
I love to go over it with y'all, man. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you most definitely, man. Like I said, I'm gonna put the information and stuff in the back chat either tonight or in the morning, and you know, y'all can look on it because it's actually going to take. We're trying to get it where everybody can go, man, where they don't have to pay, right? So it's some things that we gonna definitely have to do. Everybody's gonna have to do in regards and us going, you know, and we'll have a lot of that stuff in there. Then we're gonna update, and then the people over there, Fatu and hey, if Fatu and them gonna help us. God, hey y'all, hey Ben, hey talk to him just for a second, man. My mother done called me like 4 times, man. I don't know if nothing going on or not, but she wouldn't have called me back to back.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no
Yeah,
doubt.
for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Man,
man. You still working on that
and that
dictionary,
sounds
brother?
like a
Or
plan
how's that
though. We
coming?
can on the dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I'm thinking of I'm definitely gonna publish something with that pretty soon enough. But I think me and Asar or I'll be working with Asar on an idea to get some of that like stuff digitalized, you know,
Mm.
and get it to a way where it could be shared more easily, you know, amongst people that are interested in that kind of stuff, you know.
For
But
sure, man. For sure.
yeah, yeah,
Like
man.
you know, that's big, man. Briefly tell the people what dictionary we're referring so they'll know to look out for it.
Okay. So one of the projects that I'm working on, the connections between Senegal and ancient Egypt being a larger theme, one of the things that I'm working on is a dictionary or a glossary that a comparative glossary between ancient Egyptian and the Wolof language, you know. And I have a lot of that done, but I'm glad that, you know, I didn't put that out when I initially wanted to, you know, because at this point in time I've acquired a few different methods, you know what I mean, to be able to deal with the information. You know, I was still fresh then, you know, and still learning. I like to use Kofi Piesie's saying, as I learn, we all learn, you know.
God, I'm back. I'm back. So you say you putting together a dictionary?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, man. So yeah, you definitely I see you working, man. You anytime because that was one of my things too. I was gonna ask you too because you know I was like I told you I was gonna put you on the spot, but you already gonna participate. I was gonna put you on the spot on the air, you know. But that was another thing of mine too. I was gonna ask, was you currently working on something that you was actually gonna put in publication here pretty soon? So
Indeed.
you still working on it, you saying?
Yeah, but I think that's going to be a gradual project, you know, maybe even a lifelong project. You know what I mean? Not that it's not going to come out. I see something being published probably within the coming maybe year or some months. You know what I mean? That kind of time frame. But in a shorter kind of time frame, I'm looking at a children's book, a children's book that's centered on facts about African things and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
also have an article that I'm working on that discusses ancient Egyptian spirituality and modern Wolof belief systems.
Hey
Yeah.
man, don't believe nothing Kofi tell you. You should publish that on Black Panther's website, and not Kofi, and not Kofi. I'm just putting that out there.
I hear you. I hear you, bro.
Hey, it's a win-win either way. So I ain't tripping. Man.
Go with your family, Aziz. Go with your family.
Man, you see how the Africans get down, man.
Yep, absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
people think that that's just a Black American thing, man. You come home and you done something, man. Family fight over you, man.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's all good. But I will say this though, Aziz, man. The project that you're working on, man, I just had to tell one of our other brothers I interviewed in my Aunt Ra 2 weeks ago, man. Excellent interview too. And he has 4 publications out now. He's working on his new book. And I was trying to tell him, and I'm telling you the same thing, because he should have been had it out, and he hadn't had it out. And if you don't put a deadline on something, man, a cap on it, you're not gonna never put it out, because my beautiful lessons about Kimoyo, I worked on it for about almost 5-6 months, and it was so much stuff that I was acquiring, so much information, and then me talking to various people as well. If I would have just kept going and going and going, I wouldn't have released the book, because I was like, at one point I said I was stupid. I was like, no, I got some more information. Or I just read that. Or I just talked to such and such, and they told me to go buy this book. Or I got it on the shelf. Let me go pull this and let me read and see if I can find something, and then verify what this is in this book is actually accurate or not. So
that's legit how it is, man. That's legit how it is.
And when you in that process like that, you will never be able to get nothing out. So I had to stop. I had to put an end cap to an end cap, because if I didn't, the book wouldn't have been out now. I'd have still been doing following that same steps and that same process. So I'm saying you have to put a cap on it, and you can always, like later, like I'm gonna come out with an expanded version. I'm saying December, but it may be, I told me and Sean, because Sean got another book. So we were just saying we might wait to the first of the year before he put out his book and I put out my expanded version, because we got like a lot of projects in the works. And then we got like a few clients' books that we trying to get out as well. And some of the other brothers are trying to publish their individual books outside of the groups. So it might be, but I'm saying just come up with you an end date. And you work toward that end date, you know what I'm saying, and you cap off on this date. And if you got any other information, you can always do a volume 2, or you can always do an expanded version. And a lot of people do expanded versions. I wasn't gonna put out a second book because I'm just adding 4 chapters. So I'm just gonna expand the version. It's gonna go from 10 chapters to 14 chapters. So, but I had to put an end cap on there because I wanted the book released in the midsummer, which was June. So I gave a cutoff date, and then I gave a date to actually have everything finished for us editing. Then I gave myself a date for as when I wanted it up on the platform, and available, what I'm saying, available for me to get my proof copies. And then another date available for when I want the masses to start publishing the book. So that might be something you need to do, because if you don't, I'm telling you, brother, you ain't gonna never get through.
No, I think you really right with that, man. I think you're really right with that. You definitely.
I know he's right with it, because a star told me. I'm gonna tell you what a star told me, because I was every writer experiences this, man. You serious about writing, you experience that. So a star told me basically what you said, Kofi, but he just simplified it. He said, you never finish a book you just stop writing.
Mm.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I can see that being really true, man. Like Kobe said, if you don't stop, you'll keep going.
You're going to keep going. I've done that with presentations. Started
Now,
out with
hold on. I got one
15
more thing to
slides.
put in there. Hold on.
Yeah, next thing you know is 62 slides. Next thing you know, I'm at 100 slides. Next, I got to cut this off, man. Like,
Yeah, damn. You done wrote a whole damn book. Get a
I'm trying.
presentation, man.
Hey, that's what I used to tell Unc, man, because I would go over Unc's house and Unc start with 50 slides. I come over the next weekend, he got 450 slides. I said, Unc, you ain't gonna get all these slides off, man. Sarnetta is only giving us 45 minutes. You gonna have to take some of these slides off.
Golly, that's 2 books, man.
Yeah,
400
I'm telling you,
slides.
bro.
50.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at the Evolution Conference where Unc and Star was there, I was in the crowd. Right before I went to Egypt, that's the first time I met Unc. I met him at a vegan restaurant called Healthful Essence in Atlanta. They do Caribbean vegan food. So I was there, met Unc, told him I was going to Kemet. We started dialoguing. He showed me his evolution presentation. And that dude had 400 plus slides.
Yeah. Man.
And, you know, at the time, I didn't know how much time he had, so I wasn't going to say nothing. But if you watch the presentation, he got cut off. He probably got a good 89 of them off before they said, that's it.
That's still a lot, yo. That's like 100 slides.
Man, dude, man. And then they were interactive slides. Like, I don't know who he got to make that presentation, man, because if anybody watching knows what I'm talking about, like it had a whole evolutionary chain and it was like a video. So it was like following the evolutionary chain with this video presentation. It was dope, man. I think somebody used Mac Final Cut Pro to put it together. But man, it was dope. But he could only get to about 80, 89, 90 slides, and they were like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
Because afterwards he did a show where he showed the rest of his slides.
Oh, you know what? And you right. He did that on Sarnetta too, didn't he?
Yeah.
I remember that.
He did it, and then Asar did a show as well because he couldn't get all his slides out.
Yeah.
So you never
that.
stop, man. You just stop writing, man. That's really what it is.
Yeah, golly, 400 slides.
I'm
God.
definitely taking that.
Yeah, man, I'm telling
That's
you.
a lot.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. You know, you mentioned Egypt. You know, so what sparked your interest? Okay, you know Wolof, you speak Wolof. You know.
Man, honestly, I used to have a lot of conversations with people. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I used to have a lot of conversations with people, you know, and especially when I came from Senegal into the States, you know, everybody was like, "Oh, you from Africa?" So people wanted to have conversations, but a lot of times people would bring up Egypt, all this ancient stuff. I'd be like, "Bro, your people are from Nigeria, bro. You know, your people from Senegal, your people from the Congo, you know." But and that's as somebody coming from Senegal, and somebody coming from where Shonda Diop is from, you know. But I get over here and I start really looking into the language, and people are telling me stuff about Shonda Diop that I don't know, you know. So that's starting to get like a certain kind of, I don't know, there's some maybe a little ego in there, a little embarrassment, you know. But researching that and looking into the language, verifying for myself, looking at other authors, talking to people like Asar, you know, that's what that was like.
And that right there is what sparked you to kind of start learning the Sesh Metanetra. and the running chemistry. So let me ask you with that, you did you take somebody class or you learned that on your own?
A little bit of both. You know, I had bought a few books, but I took Wujawa's class. You know,
It's crazy. I didn't even know that. You know, I didn't. I knew you deal with it, but I didn't know that you was that you had took. That's why I asked that question because I didn't know. So you did take Wujawa class as well.
I took
Okay.
Wujawa's class and really just been following up with it ever since. You know, got a few grammar books, a few dictionaries. You know, and you know, all of this stuff is really like a lifelong study. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like if you was to do you know, we see people come out now like they already, you know, on side net are talking hella stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you were to do a degree, it would take you probably like 10 years to get an Egyptology degree. You know,
Yeah. Sean said he was okay. I didn't know that. Sean said you was
and
in
that's
the
all the
class with him.
languages.
Man, a lot of us is Wujahu alumni. I
Yeah,
took this class too.
yeah. I definitely was. I was there in the
I might
conception. Yep.
still,
Yep.
I recommend that class, man. That class is you know, I'm a rock squad. Everybody is pretty rigorous with the studies. You know.
Yeah. And Sean was saying you was in. I didn't know that. Sean said you was in the class with him, so you had to be in the class with Sean and Jehudi. Then Jehudi was in that class as well, right?
I remember Judy much. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cause I didn't even know. I didn't even know that because right after Sean them graduated, um, Sean them uh one of the criteria that we had in order to join the session Mahani Meta was you had to at that time had to been and took his class and then later on he did it where if you didn't take the class and you learned from somebody else, it was a test that you had to take, and if you passed that, then you was eligible to be a part of the group if you know we voted you in. And I know doing when Sean them graduated, they was waiting a minute, man. So I had to step in there, man, and be like, wait, they done did everything we done asked them to do. We can't have these brothers waiting. So and I had promised Sean and Jehudi that, hey, I'm finna get y'all in the y'all finna because we had them waiting. So, you know, once I had to talk with everybody, you know, everybody was like, right, you know, man, and we ended up, you know, they ended up joining the group like not too long after we had the little conversation. We had the group had a conversation. We voted them in. I hit them up and said, man, y'all join. We put them in the back chat. You know, we sent them to Google Drive because we got tons of books, you know, in the Google Drive, man. And they've been rocking ever since, man. What did the opportunity ever present yourself to join the SESU as well, or a opportunity
Breaking
didn't
up.
present?
You broke up a little bit.
What was the last part you heard?
That's the part I heard from you. Asked a question. You was like, "What was the last thing?" And then it started messing up.
Oh, did you hear me about Sean them joining the group and because
About Sean in the century years.
yeah, okay. Now I was asking, did you get an opportunity? Did an opportunity present itself, you know, for you to join the group or?
Man, I wanted to, man. I think around the time I was talking to Wujawa about that, man, I started getting so busy. You know, I was working like 2, 3 jobs, you know, on top of trying to study certain things, you know, so I really just didn't have any time. And that's really what it's been like for me for like you know, maybe even the last 2 years, honestly, to tell you the truth. And it's just now recently that I have a little bit more time for myself to be able to focus on some other things, you know. So
Okay, no doubt, no doubt. So but let's get into man the project, man. You know, the project, man, that you involved are you involved with over there in Senegal, man? Can you kind of talk about that? I know you said you wanted to show us some stuff, man. So if you want to share your screen, man, or whatever you want to do, man, you know, the floor is yours.
Absolutely. Well, you know, man, and you know, hats off to you and the team for what y'all doing with Guiding Yoro Academy. You know, that's really big, man. And
No doubt.
I really tip my hat to y'all for everything that y'all doing over there. And so what we have going on over in Senegal right now is we are starting a somewhat of a cultural center where we will be able to host people to do lectures, whether they're scholars, whether they're known artists, you know, rap artists, African music artists, visual artists, you know, or even businessmen and entrepreneurs, to be able to come there and give lectures, run their own programs and things of that nature. Probably launching that in around 2023. I think before I went to Senegal, we had done a little fundraiser, you know, and people were really showing some love to that. And I think some of the stuff in the presentation will be able to show people that we've been working hard on a few things, you know. So let me see if I can share this actually.
All right. Yeah, just go down.
Before you get going with that, Aziz, hey Kofi, you want to know how you got a real Senegambian on your show?
Wow.
He said, check out the joke.
Yeah.
Ain't no Diops over here, man.
Yeah, I heard it. I was scared. And when he was, I asked him what was some of his favorite warrior scholars. I knew that was gonna be one of them. When he said it, I was scared to come back and say it. I said I kind of figured Sheikh Auntie Diop, but I was like, damn, I'm kind of scared. He got me scared to say it. I'm saying it, bro.
Don't feel that way. Don't feel that way, man. I don't even get mad when people say it differently. You know what I mean? It's all different accents, man. You know.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't get mad, man. You know.
It's
some things I can't say either. Don't feel bad.
Right. Dig it. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it. Let me see if they can see it on the other end. Hold on. Can y'all see it on the other end over there?
You driving?
Nah, that's the screen.
That's what I see. So
yeah.
These are just a few pictures. I remember Ben one time you showed some pictures of that time you went to Senegal. You know, you went to the Baobab, the griot Baobab, you know.
Oh yeah. That's where our ancestors buried, man. That was crazy because I didn't know that before I took that trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's some more deep stuff about that, man. I'll be able to talk to you about that. I think I have something on that coming out soon too. As far as the trees and the griots and its connections to other belief systems across Africa and ancient Kemet.
And you know what's crazy? I went on a safari, man. That was a part of the safari. I was not going there to learn about my ancestors being buried in trees. I went there to see some animals. But during the safari, she stopped and she said, "Yeah, they used to bury the jellies in the tree." I said, "What do you mean?" Right. And then I saw the skulls in the tree.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I said, "Man, let me out, man. Let me out, so I could, so I could touch that history, man. Because that was
man. Ben, let me ask you a question. Since you know about Kemet a little bit, man. Mm-hmm. Who else was buried in a tree allegedly?
Oh, it's a king, I think. There is somebody from Kemet that's buried in a tree. I do know that.
Not even somebody. It's almost like the somebody.
It's a Sars, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
But you know, I can get into that at another time, though.
Yeah, that baobab tree, if I'm saying it right, man. I ended up doing a extensive presentation, man, on that. I actually used the picture of Ben standing by one of the trees that and is what the tree, that picture that you sent me, that was one of the trees that some of the ancestors was buried in, right, Ben?
Absolutely. That is the tree
Okay. And that's
It's I think it's called It's in a city called Bandia.
mhm.
It's like, man, that's 3 hours outside of Dakar, bro.
Yeah.
That's how far I had to drive.
That's something crazy.
And this is how funny. You know about Booba, right? The artist.
Mm-hmm.
So you know he got a video called Dakar. He got a song called Dakar in a
Yeah.
video.
Uh-huh.
And in that video, he's at that place in Bandia where all the animals was at. So me and my wife was watching that video, and we was like, "Yo," we was watching it in Senegal, and we was like, "Where is that at? We want to go there." So I did some Googling, and we got my niece's husband to drive us out there, and that's how I found that. That was like on the spot, bro.
That's lit. That's lit. Yeah, man. That's the dope thing about when you go to Africa. It's it's a byproduct of something that's unfortunate right now, but at the same time, you can run into a lot of deep things, man, like just off the fly, not even trying to. And that's another project that I'm trying to work on. Me and a few people over there, honestly, is just bringing value to some of the stuff that's over there. Y'all will see that kind of in the presentation.
Okay. But yeah, you showing everybody can see it on the YouTube page.
Right. So it's something real just small. I just wanted to show give people a few impressions of Senegal, for those that haven't been or been to an African country, and some of the landmarks and some of the projects that we're working on at the time. So okay, so that's just the highway. So cats got highways in Africa.
Yeah, you know how they push propaganda. They don't even have streets out there, man. Yeah.
I done got into
What's silly?
And this right here is just a toll booth, you know what I mean? It's just a random picture. I like that picture, so that's why I put that up there. But it's something else that gives you an idea of how people are living. This is a video right here. I just wanted people to get that black. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Black power. Yeah.
This is right when you get off the airport, and it's a big banner on one of the big highways when you get off the airport. So everybody sees this, whether you black, white, Chinese, no matter what. And it's promoting a drink. They have a drink that's called Black Power, but you can see the message.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Is it like an energy drink?
Yep.
Oh, we gotta bring one back for It's the Black Power, Black African Power drink.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's as soon as you get off the plane, you're gonna see that. So this is me at one of the beaches out there. If you're my friend on Facebook, you probably saw this picture. This is in the back of that place. This is one of the beaches out there. Just to give people an impression of what some of the beaches might look like.
Is that by the marketplace, bro?
Yeah, it's a little marketplace over there, and this is you see the
yeah, I've been there.
That big mountain over there. That's one of the that's the lighthouse, and you can see the Statue of Renaissance in the background over there.
Yeah, I've been over there by that joint. That's where Kofi, where they say to you it's a Joff thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got a Joff fish there. So when I went to this place in this picture,
wow.
Yeah, okay. Man. When I went to this place in this picture, my wife ordered the Joff fish. The dude went out to right where this picture is at. No fishing pole, no bait. He had a red bag in his hand. He just reached down and grabbed the fish. He just picked it out the water and put it right on the grill. When I tell you that's the best fish I ever had in my life.
You said you wanted it fresh, right?
Oh man, it was delicious, man.
Got you.
It was delicious. So yeah, man, you gotta when you go, Kofi, get the Joff fish.
I'll go get me some too.
No, that's fact. That's fact. And I like to show stuff like this because a lot of times when a lot of groups, especially woke groups, go to Africa, is very not to use the word depressing, but it's very centered on a lot of the negative stuff that happened, which is still important. We should still focus on that. But Africa is such a place where so many things are going on. You know, it'd be a shame to not take advantage of the different things that you find out there. So let me just keep going. So this is it's just some linguistic stuff. If you're on my friends list as well, you've probably seen this. I like this because the word nefer is the word that a lot of Egyptologists use to really try to say that ancient Egyptian is, you know, this unique language and is so close to Semitic and is so close to, you know, these out of Africa languages. But it's a word that you find in a lot of different African languages. You know, and this is just an example of that right there. I won't really go into details.
Can I ask a question about the process that you go through to do this?
Yeah.
Can you give people an idea of? I can only imagine how tedious it is to search through a vocabulary to do this right here.
Absolutely, it's definitely not easy. You know, it's not. You know, if you're not really interested in this kind of stuff, you're not really going really follow through with it. But you know, it's hard, but it's also become easy because, you know, the relationship that ancient Egyptian has with all African languages almost makes it to the point where you're discovering new things that, you know, you may not have known about your own language, you know, and in the same way you're learning things about ancient Egyptian. Sorry about my voice, by the way, but it's definitely a process as well because there is methodology. It's not just two words that look alike, you know, are related just because they look alike. You know, these are from you know, actual sound correspondences, you know, and they're linguistic processes that explain why these things are the way that they are.
Does like you having that background give you an edge to be able to do this? I know Sars does it, but you having that background, I always thought like, man, he gonna end up really pulling out some stuff. He got an edge.
It's definitely a different perspective. But I mean, honestly, that's one of the things that impressed me about Asar, because Asar is somebody who, you know, spent most of his life in the United States, you know, and
right.
He's doing all of this work with all of these different languages, all of these different African languages that a lot of Africans aren't even doing, you know.
Straight fact.
So that's really respectable, but it also tells you that you don't necessarily have to be from that culture to be impactful or to be able to do some good linguistic work in that language, you know. And but it definitely gives an edge, you know, here and there, you know. But like Ben said earlier, you know, and I've been telling people too, because people see me and they're like, oh, this dude, you know, here goes this dude with the Egyptian and the Wolof and the African languages. But if you knew what was happening on the ground in the continent and in the diaspora amongst other African people, it's really something small. It's a whole wave of this that's about to come, you know.
It's fascinating to me because it can't be explained away. Like people might look at it right now and be like, "Oh, look at that! Like, what is he doing?" But like, if you have any clue as to what you looking at, that can't be explained away.
No, it can't. And that's why they would never really, you know. But at least it'll be hard for people to really start to take some of this kind of work serious in certain spaces, because it goes against everything that they're teaching right now. You know, for you to be able to have grammatical correspondences in Wolof, which is supposed to be Niger, Congo, Northwest Atlantic, depending on who you follow him, and ancient Egyptian, which is supposed to be an isolate. How am I getting entire phrases in Wolof that I can mirror in Egyptian.
That's what like fascinates me. With I'm taking a start a linguistic class, but I want to eventually be able to assist with this process because it looks like it's a lot of work, and y'all need people to start helping. But as you said, the wave is kicking off, so it's already people doing it. I'm following real close. I be watching everything you post.
Man, that makes me happy though, because we need more people, man. We need more people. And Asar is somebody that's leading a lot of projects in that area, you know. So, you know, picking up an African language, you know, picking up linguistics, I think that's gonna be really helpful, you know.
And that historical comparative linguistic aspect
Absolutely.
is just something, you know, it's just next level. Because
I think honestly, in the near future, it's gonna be. I think honestly, in the future, it's gonna be mandatory in African schools or African schools. Because that's how you answer the question of all these languages. You know, we have 2,000 languages allegedly, you know, or more. So people have to have some basis of linguistics to be able to know, you know, the affinities that exist between culture to culture. Because as it stands, a lot of people that you know, a lot of people that speak African languages might not know that. Like someone from Senegal may not know that, you know, entire dictionary entries are almost word for word, not only in ancient Egyptian, but in the Congo, you know, in Swahili.
All over, like it's crazy. When I see them correspondence, it's mind blowing. It just like reiterates what he be trying to say, but it's just amazing to see you also. That it makes me feel like, well, shit, I could probably do that shit too. I just need to put the effort.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Thank you for that question too, for real. That helped me explain
I had to ask you because people be thinking that that's just some random somebody just threw the no. I'm telling you, I'm telling the people about that is not what that is. This is not random.
You gotta ask them to do this. Ask them to do this with Arabic or Hebrew or one of those languages that they say is so close with ancient Egyptian, and I'm willing to bet money it's gonna be real difficult for them.
It's already worked out. That's the thing. They don't even read. We already know it. You ain't gonna find that.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna look like that. You're not gonna find this many correspondences like that. It's mind blowing when I be just seeing this. It's everywhere, all throughout.
Appreciate that, brother.
This is good stuff, though, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, that's Brother Chavis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shoot, I forgot what we was at. But yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead. You still with the project? Yeah.
Yeah. So let me. Yeah, I'll just keep going. Okay. So this is a picture that I added on there, and I can clear up and say that this is not. I'm not saying that this is exactly the Nefer symbol, hieroglyphic symbol on a cow somewhere in Senegal, but I am saying that graphic systems in Africa should be understood in a different way that we understand writing or graphic systems here in the West, you know, and Africans had a lot of different ways of communicating, but the way that we understand language and writing is very much related to the way the West has understood language and writing after Egypt. But most of Africa, when you look at their graphic symbols and their systems, is very much related to the way Egypt does that. You know, we can find similar systems in Benin where they read the royal bas-reliefs in the same way that they do the hieroglyphs. You know, even though it's different.
Okay.
That's what that is. So this is one of the institutions.
Hey, Aziz, tell them about how you just see them calves cross the street.
Oh yeah,
in Senegal, man.
Cross the street, and you better not touch them either.
That's money though. That's money. No. That is money.
That's big money.
Yeah, that's money, man. I tell people that all the time, man. When you see people protective over their calves, or you see people with plentiful cattle, man, them folks rich. That's money over there, man.
Right.
Hey, but Kofi, you ain't gonna see nobody tending to this calf, and he just gonna cross the street like he, me, and you. I was in a cab, dog. He just crossed the street. I said, what? I said, whose calf is this? Whose bull is that? And my driver started laughing, and I was like, what's funny? He was like, oh, that's normal. I said, so y'all acting like that's a car? Is that that's what we doing?
It's 5 o'clock traffic, and you would see a whole herd just cross through.
Gotta give him a light.
Hey, we coming through.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta let them through. Yeah, you
gotta let them through, man.
You don't want to get in their way.
Them Fulani boys will come out that cut with the knives and spears on you. Be mad.
Yeah, they very protective.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke.
Yeah, me neither.
But let me, so this is one of the institutions over there. It's a museum, but it's also a library, of course. It was kind of closed when I went there, but they still had some things that I was able to see. This is in the back, and one thing that you realize when you go to Senegal, especially now, even though it's not reflected in the school system, Cheikh Anta Diop is everywhere. He's on the mind of almost everybody. But that also shows you how slow our governments are into adopting some of the things that we know will be better for us, And I think that also gets lost in translation sometimes when people look at Africa. People look at Africans and African presidents like the same, when it's kind of different. But I'll keep going. So this is me in front of the Museum of African Civilization, or Museum of Black Civilization. This is right outside. I wanted to zoom in on this because I felt like it was important to show.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. So they paying, so they let you know right then that they paying attention to what's happening to us right here.
You feel me? And that's it's dusty like that, but the whole damn country is dusty, so you can't be mad at that. But this really lets you know, like you said, Kofi, that they see what's going on, and they trying to really show that.
That's dope.
So this is just me in front of one of the paintings over there inside. Unc would love this museum because it's all
go back to that page.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bro, go. Is that Jack Johnson?
It might be. I got the description over here. I just didn't have time to put it in. Let me see if I can find it.
It sure look like Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
People that don't know, that's the first black heavyweight champion of the world. That sure look like him.
And like people don't know that, like people in Africa really look at African Americans very closely. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they watch us.
The whole culture. If it's not Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, from the hip hop stuff, and we could get into that some other time. But it's when people tell you that there's some kind of animosity or hate, that's
a myth.
That's a myth, man. People paying attention to, I don't want to say weak people that complain, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. We got so many bigger things to do than to worry about, who called you a name or anything like that.
Yeah, a couple of fools acting crazy. I mean, gonna be it's fools in every people, but general consensus, I didn't experience none of that animosity when I was over there, or when I've been over there, or in South Africa, or in quote unquote Ta-Nehisi. I ain't never experienced this animosity.
And that's the truth. Most people that I know that have went did not want to leave.
I didn't want to leave.
But it is what it is. I think that it's happening more and more nowadays. As you can see here, they got the different skulls. They have so much stuff about evolution in here. you know, the early different variations of the hominid. You know, I think Unc would really like that. This is another piece I included because this is something else that speaks to the, you know, African experience in the diaspora. You know, this is a piece in an African museum, you know, where you see the cotton, you know. This is a video. Let me see if I can.
What's that? What's that on the mask?
These are beads and birds.
Okay.
If
Oh,
you
that
read,
looks Yoruba, bro.
yeah, if you read,
Yeah.
this is definitely Yoruba piece. If you read Sars book on the Nesu Biti book, he talks about the Ade crown and the birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Exactly what that is. You're not lying.
Wow.
That's right in there too. So yeah, and everybody know about this monument right here.
That's it, baby.
Man, this thing is huge, bro. Like when I tell you this thing
You're
is
gonna take some
huge,
steps to get up there.
yeah, man. All my smokers or anybody that's got some conditions or something, you might as well you gotta wait till they
Take
can come
your
up with an
time.
elevator or something, you know.
Man, shoot. Let me tell you something. I climbed the pyramids in Egypt and wasn't as out of breath as I was. I got a video on my Facebook right now, me and my wife climbing this thing, and we was like, man, how many steps?
It
Like,
is
come
no
on,
joke.
man.
It is no joke. It is no joke.
You got the inside too, bro?
I didn't get to the inside. It was taking too long when I was there, man. You know.
All right, so
They
for
had
people
like
that don't know, if you look in the center of this picture, there's a museum inside. So there's a museum, and it's got all types of stuff highlighting the first, presidents of Senegal, highlighting different African artifacts of different nations donated to this place. There's a sign on the outside, and it's got all the different African nations that donated to making this African Renaissance monument a reality. So I don't want to hear nothing about Pan-Africanism is dead, because Pan-Africanism, you seeing the sculpture and the structure right here. This is Pan-Africanism. This is what we talk about, pulling our resources, everybody pitching in and erecting something for our Renaissance and something to symbolize our eventual freedom and sovereignty. So that's if you, like I said, if you can go,
yeah,
just get somebody to speak for you if you don't speak French.
And man, you know, we connected with people who do tours and stuff like that. So, you know, if people are interested, you know, and they don't want to wait, you know, definitely hit us up and we'll let you know, you know. But I wanted to add on that because, you know, there's a thing right now where, at least actually since the statue has been up, a lot of people have been very critical, saying that, you know, we could have spent this money on something different, blah, 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 blah. And maybe it's my own bias as far as symbols and knowing the power of symbols. You know, symbols are very symbols are deep, man, you know, because symbols work on your mind, you know what I mean? And symbols work on your mind in times when you're not even thinking about it, you know. And driving through Senegal, driving through Dakar, seeing this huge monument at night, especially, you know, when all the lights is on, like his whole hat lights up, you know, and you can see it from almost anywhere. It's really powerful. It's really powerful. So I wanted to just put that in there because people like to criticize a lot of times, but sometimes it's better to just put your money together, make something happen, and then you have something, and then you can come back to it instead of just keep doing the same thing.
And you can take that elevator up to the top of this monument too. You can be in the eyes of the brother on this monument. You could be that high up. I took the elevator all the way up to the top.
How many floors is it up to the eye?
Man, I don't even remember, man. But I tell you what, when you got up to the top, you could see the entire Senegal. It was. Let me tell you something. You ever seen a bird like catch air because he was so high up? I never saw that until I was in this monument.
That thing is tall, man. But yeah, let's keep going so we save time. I don't know how much time we've been on already.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes. We over. I try to do at least an hour and a half, but we good. You good? We good. Keep building.
This is just some stuff with the textiles. I like to show people what's available to them. Like if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in the fashion, whatever you're into, you can go out there and really find anything you're looking for. You know, all kinds of fashion. I have this man's contact, you know, and a few other people. You know.
Yeah, that's
This is
dope.
me
I
in
wouldn't
front
mind
of
having some of them pieces.
Yeah. And this is me in front of one of the banks out there, you know.
Wow. Currency. The cowrie, baby. The cowrie still. That's dope.
A lot of people don't know it's a whole obelisk in Senegal.
Yo, I've been telling people about this obelisk. It's right in the middle of the city, and nobody can tell me why it's there.
I mean, it is weird like that. I've been trying to figure out why it's there, like what's the whole background story to it, but it's not easy to find. But one thing that's really interesting though is the line that you see right there, and it's a baobab on the other side, you know. And those are two big symbols when it comes to Senegalese culture, Senegambian culture, Wolof culture. The griot and the king, you know. But we'll come back to that. But I just wanted to show this because you know Senegal is an interesting place. You see seeing all this this different symbology, you know, all these different symbols.
But isn't you can correct me if I'm wrong because I can't remember with the Sierra people. Like Brother Ben is a Injai.
I wasn't gonna say it, Kofi, but
oh, so you know where I'm going, so I'm right then. I'm just going, okay, go ahead. Okay.
You are.
All right.
That's what my last name means. It's the last name of the lion that roars.
Yeah.
Injai. Or and the founder of the Sir people is called Injanjan Injai. So maybe they are paying homage to their traditional ruler.
For sure.
Very interesting.
I mean, you have to really man, it's a lot to break down with that, man. And you know, when people think of a Sar, for instance, or when you know, we think of a Sar as this this God that's, you know, benevolent and, you know, the God of the dead and all this kind of stuff from a certain perspective. But if we look at the Greek records, they'll tell you that a Sar is actually one of the first recorded musicians in history, you know, and they compared him a lot to Dionysus, you know, who was all about music and theater. But in Africa, if we look at it from an African perspective, this person is the griot, you know, the giwa or the jelly, you know. So that's a whole system, you know. And we find this system amongst the Dogon, we find amongst the Wolof, we find amongst the Serer, you know, amongst the Soninke in different ways. You know, so but that we have to do a separate presentation on that for real.
Yeah, man, that's something interesting, man. I definitely, man, would like you to come back, man. We kind of chop it up and build on that, man. That'll be a good show.
Definitely. All right, so like I said, Shahada Diop is everywhere, you know, and this is a newer monument, but I just wanted to include that to give people an idea of, you know, what's out there. So, you know.
Oh man, they got an armor right on the front.
I think on the right, that's supposed to be Hatshepsut.
That's a dagger, man. Why y'all all talking about that ancient Egyptian stuff? Africans don't care
So
nothing
people
about
tell
ancient
you, yeah,
Egyptian.
like, man, people in Africa not even focused on ancient Egypt, how you African Americans is focused on that. That's a lie.
You sure?
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
The lie detector test has determined.
Oh man,
You know,
that is a lie. Even if you go to the, I don't know if you got a chance to go by the university, check out the university, bro. But you'll see they got his name in the Royal Canoe on campus.
It's really active, man, and I hope that they'll get it in the school soon. You know, they're doing this thing where they're trying to rewrite the general history of Senegal, but they're running into a lot of issues. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. In between time, institutions like the ones that, you know, brothers like Sars, brothers like Kofi Piesie, Black Panther, and myself are building, you know, we can do that work, you know, in a real kind of way.
Yeah.
Amin Imamu Ojuok, you know, she's one of the, you know, freedom fighters that's known as in Senegal. You know, another image of Cher. And actually, this is right behind, like right behind this, you'll see this on the other side of the street. This is a giant book where one of his quotes, which is Formez-vous, armez-vous de science jusqu'aux dents et arrachez votre patrimoine culturel, which is arm yourselves with science all the way to the teeth and snatch away
That's dope.
your cultural patrimony.
Oh, love, man.
That's dope.
Right there.
That's dope, bro. I'm gonna have to get that. You gonna have to translate that for me. That's dope, bro. I like that.
I got you. You know, so it's there, man. It's really present. You know, it's present in the culture, and the young people are really about it too. You know, it's the back of the book right there.
Got Kemet just right. Oh man, with the Kepra, with the man.
That's okay. That's Kemet too. I see Kemet on the yeah. I see, okay. Okay. He everywhere. You one line, man.
Man,
he everywhere.
He really is. He really, as hard as they try to keep him away, you know, they can't, because, you know, once a person has a certain effect on and an impact on people in a real way like that, it's no hiding that. You know, people are always gonna find a way to come back to that. And, you know, that brings us back to like publishing, you know, the idea of publishing and why it's so important to publish books. You know, he did that after his PhD dissertation was rejected. So imagine he would have got depressed and had been like, man, you know what? F this shit, I ain't writing no more, blah, blah, blah. We would have never even heard about Shonda Joe.
Right.
You know, but I'll just keep going anyway. That's this is a mausoleum that's dedicated to him. His remains are not in there, but it's a symbolic mausoleum. I have a friend down there that's starting to organize some official tours to his official mausoleum in Tetu in Senegal. And I'll be building with him on how we can maybe, you know, link that with some of the stuff that we're doing. So yeah, that's a mausoleum for sure. This is just some of my artwork that I put up. We call it Ratchet Comedic. It's some other artwork.
Everywhere. Ratchet Comedic. Hey man, you need to link with Okonfo, man. I think y'all got similar style.
I love to do that, man. I love to link with him. And you know, that's when it comes to the Medu Neter and like these African writing systems, a lot of times people ask the question like, you know, how can we talk about this? You know, how can we break it down and make it more simple? You know, what benefit is this to us today? You know, but you know, Medu Neter goes hand in hand with the idea of art and the idea of environmentalism and the ideas of science. You know, So those avenues are ways in which we can like propose to put some action behind some of these things, you know. And that's definitely something that I've been working on. You know. I met a lot of good people down there too that are also willing to build and you know, want people that have knowledge, you know, that's have good knowledge that can come share it out there, you know. So this is a video of one of the hotels out there, just to give people a view. This hotel is called the Terubi.
Mm.
You know, it's a real short video. I just want people to get a visual of the kind of vibes you can be around when you go out there. It's inside the hotel. This is me and some other people being fat as hell.
What y'all was eating on, man? What y'all was eating
Man,
on?
you know it was that good jollof chewijan, man.
I was just finna say he eat. I was just finna be playing, but I sure was finna say jollof rice.
Hey, man. You know who got the best jollof rice in the world?
In
the
the
jollof
world,
people.
Man.
Everybody else copy our style.
Jollof rice.
I don't care who it is. Nigerians, Ghanaians, all copying our style. We are jollof people.
Jollof rice.
Original.
Come on, man.
Man, that joke was
like
good
that.
though, man. And the pizza too. You see his pizza on the side, bro? Bro, that pizza was busting. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like that pizza.
I'm gonna go and get me some jollof rice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I ain't never had none, man. I just, you know,
you bugging.
They don't
make that in Mississippi.
Nah, they don't make it here, man. I'm telling you. And I see it so much. The more I read and study, you know, the culture, man, I see that jollof rice that just comes up so much. And I hear y'all talk about it too a lot. I'd be like, man, I when I get an opportunity, I'm gonna try me some jollof rice.
They even got competitions now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
we need parts. We gotta get in on that.
Yeah.
They got competitions on jollof rice now, man. Like, you know, the different countries send their representatives and they'll get some taste testers and they battle it out, man. It's like an annual competition now.
That's dope. That's dope. That's Pan-Africanism again for you, you know.
Again.
Yep.
But yeah, okay, so now we can start talking about like that project. And I think last year I was promoting it pretty heavy. You know, we were trying to raise some funds to put a wall around some of the land so that nobody could mess with it. You know, Africa is a place where there's really no crime almost, at least in the places where like, you know, there's no war going on. You know, but why would you go to a war zone anyway? But anyway, this is a picture of some of the land that's over there. And I wanted to share this just to show people what we're doing with some of the investment money and that things are actually moving forward. This is the land. This is a picture from about a year ago during the rainy season. And this is walking distance from the water, by the way. Okay, so these are some new pictures that we took when we just went over there when we was constructing this wall. And when I say we, it's not like we hired a whole bunch of people to do this. We actually went there and was mixing cement, grabbing shovels and doing work. When you're not a millionaire, you actually have to put in the work yourself, you know? So that's some of what you're seeing here. And some more images of the construction site. There's the wall. There's my man Seydou. You know, he did most of the work. He was the chief engineer, chief mason doing that work over there. This is us just taking a break. This is a video of us doing some work up there. Trying to clear some of the concrete. When I tell y'all this was some real live work under that sun, I thought I was ready for it. Bruh.
And that's a different that's a different sun, bro. That's the sun in Africa.
It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time since I've been
I'm
out
gonna
there.
tell you, man. Dr. Ben used to say there's two suns in the world. There's one in Africa and the one everywhere else.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. You know, but if you're from the South, though, you'll be a little bit used to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I probably
Man, let me tell you, Africa is the only place where I got sunburnt. The only place.
Yo,
I didn't get sunburned in Georgia.
It's real. Like this day right here was real hot. You can even see like how hot it is for real. You know. You see, this is us again, trying to put some work in. Makes it see that.
Why you ain't measuring it, man? Where your measurements at, man?
Man, they be eyeballing it out there.
I do the same thing.
Eyeball test.
Yeah.
Look good.
Yep.
Look about right. All right, let's go.
Right.
when you under that much pressure, that heat,
man, work
look
fast.
good.
You hear me? We gotta get it done. And we did. I mean, we ran across a lot of problems. If you're gonna do projects in Africa, one thing you gotta realize, you're gonna run into a lot of little problems because you don't have the same comforts that you do here, you know. But people are so easy to work with, you know, people want to do good work. So it's always worth it, man. And maybe us as a group, that's something that we should talk about, you know. If we're doing all of these things already in the Senegambia, it might be worth talking about, you know, some land acquisition here in the future. But you know, that's we could talk about.
Hell yeah. I'm down for that.
Me too. That's a no-brainer. That is definitely a no-brainer for me, man.
You know, there's some land right here. And yeah, like one of the guys I met down there, you know, he's with a group and that's what they do. They put their money together. You know, they get about 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, and they buy some land and they sit on it, you know, or they try to develop it. But, you know, that's pretty smart. You know, there's just some spray paint that I did over there, you know. All of this will be painted over one day, but it was just a picture. Picture of one
You're
of
a
the
graffiti artist too, bro.
A little bit. Used to be low key. Low key.
Your name on some paperwork getting caught.
Low key, man. But you see, you know.
Oh man, you got some control. If I would have tried to do that, it'd look terrible.
Word. Man, well, yeah, man. You know. And so as we're constructing this this site that is going to turn into this cultural center, cultural education center, we've also partnered up with some local people in order to host people and be able to start the program earlier. So this is a beautiful venue called Sobebade that people might be familiar with if they're from Senegal or have been in Senegal. Let's just go through it. And you see here the beach. It's just right outside, right on that property. You know, it's me when I still have the longer hair out there. This is one of the amphitheaters.
It looked like some Sankofa symbols next to you in that other picture.
Word. Yeah, you're right. You're right with the chair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And this right here is an amphitheater where some of the artists and stuff can do their shows or their presentations. You know, when we invite them to this location. This is the inside of one of the housing spots. That's what it looks like outside.
They jamming, ain't they?
We're jamming. And so that spot that we was at, what they do is that they bring in a lot of local artists from all over Africa, you know, and they let them do their presentations and they house them in this hotel, you know. So we've been partnering up with them to be able to kind of do the same and work with them on that aspect.
Mm.
And I think that's the last line.
And what you mean by presentation? Do you mean just, you know, to present their information, or, you know?
Well, if they wanted to run a course or a program, you know, like, or have a master class.
Mm-hmm.
Like I recently, you see like Nas having a master class on YouTube and all this kind of stuff. You know, some of the people that we know that are professionals in their respective industries, a lot of young people would be interested to hear how those people became successful. You know what I mean? What they're doing in their field and what, you know, advice they have for the younger people. You know, so that's one of the things that we're working on doing right now, and just inviting some interesting people and some people who have some good information for the youth that can share, you know.
Yeah, you'll have to hit stop sharing, Aziz, if you do done. It's, yeah, there you go. There you go. But yeah, man. So how what are y'all predicting, man? You know, getting y'all project off the ground, man. How you know how long that's you know in works.
I want to say 2023. 2023 is the date that we're talking about right now, and I think that's fair. I think that works. You know, it just takes some time to get some things organized and all the ducks in the right row and et cetera, et cetera. And I think the land probably will be done, you know, within the upcoming years, you know. But the dope thing about it is that we don't have to wait for that to be done to get started.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And
so
yeah.
So so y'all taking donations, or so if somebody wanted to donate, man, and support, man, where would they have to go?
You can go to Arts and Smarts on Facebook, and you can see the page over there, and we should have the link for the GoFundMe page. And you'll see, or you can follow me on Facebook. I'll be posting about it and promoting more about it within the coming days and weeks.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna help out, man. Too I mean, you can either put it in the back check, the Mossi back check, or put it in your back chat, man. The info, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna talk about it again. I'm gonna go live tomorrow too, because there's some things I'm gonna talk about tomorrow for some various topics. So that definitely be that as well, and I can pin the information up in the chat, or I might just create a overlay and put it on there so people can, you know, that can be in their face the entire time as, you know, I talk tomorrow, man. So, huh?
Yep.
I was just thinking I should have grabbed the link for that before I even did the link. I'm just so not used to being on the screen.
Yeah, we gotta get you out there more, man.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't even know, be honest, I didn't even know, like, I was gonna tell him about himself though, but I said, man, I'm gonna reach out, man. I don't think he gonna do it, but hey, I'm gonna do it. And my thing is, like I did with I'm in my ride. I know Ben was like, you know, when I think I interviewed somebody on Warrior Scholars, and you know, we always ask people who they suggest for us to interview. And Ben, I had been trying to get my brother, I'm in my ride. So I just, and when Ben, you know, put it back in again, I said, I'm gonna just try to reach back out one more time and try to get him on, because we got some we got some talented brothers, you know what I'm saying? Some heavily intellectual brothers, man. And I want people to see, that my thing is I want people, I know it, but the people don't know it. And then when people got things going on, that's the thing I try to explain with I'm in my Rod. Like, you got this thing going on with the school. I'm in my Rod got 5 books out and in the process of publishing his 6 books. So y'all are doing some work, man, and y'all doing something that will be beneficial for the people. So, in order for people to get behind you and rally and support, you got to, you got to come out from behind the shadows, and you got to put your stuff out there on display so people can actually buy into what you got, and they able to support what you got going on. So, it's very important to come from out of the shadows. And it's a brother I'm working with right now. I ain't really spoke too much about it. I got to get back with him. The brother in Haiti, it's some stuff that I want to align myself with that's going on in Haiti. This brother's in Florida. I think he's in Florida, but he's got so much stuff that he can offer and he can do, and we actually could utilize and do. But you got to come from behind the shadows in order to get people to support you, so you can have a bigger support system. If you can, you come out and you get people to buy in what what you're doing, and what you're doing in Senegal, man, is something genuine, man. It's something that is something that's needed. You're not doing something. You're not building something for yourself. You're building something for people. To actually be able to come, to have an opportunity to do certain things, man. So, and not only that, like with the works that you're actually doing, what you trying to do, far as with your linguistic book, your other stuff that you're working on. So, man, I hope that we able to see you a little bit more, and I appreciate, man, that you stopping, what you was doing and coming on, man, and letting me interview you, man. And I just, like I said, I just hope, man, we able to see your face a little bit more. Anytime, man, you want to jump on here or you want to go live on the Mossi, man, shoot, just let us know, man, and we'll set that up, man, and we'll make something happen for you, man. Yeah. So, Ben, you got anything else, man, which you would like to ask Aziz before I end the show?
Cousin, anytime you want to come on this show, you are good.
My brother.
do not act as if you have to ask permission. come on this show. You know you are family. You are Mboka.
My brother, my Boka.
Mboka.
I will come on the show. I will come on the show.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. But I appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in, man, and we'll be back tomorrow. Man, before I even go, I've been forgetting to do this. And I gotta put some more books. I gotta put your book up there. I gotta put your books up there too. And start promoting your stuff some more too, because you ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna have to do it for you. That's all good.
Who, me?
Yeah, I be mad at you sometimes. I be mad at you sometimes.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I do promote my books, man.
I might just not see it, dude. Cause I be mad.
I probably could do a better job.
Yeah, because I be like, man, you got
to promote the team.
Yeah, that's something too, man, that I have been thinking about doing too, man, is actually getting somebody to. I actually talked to somebody that said they'll do it, but they asking a little bit too much, man. I mean, god damn, they are like, I'm putting them like they gonna be working 8 hours, 9 hours.
That boy said they asking too much.
Yeah, man, because we got too much, and I know a lot of times we can't promote like we be wanting to promote. So we get somebody that actually do it, that has the time, then they can promote everything that we got going on consistent on a basis. That's what I be trying to do for the most part. Sometimes I'm successful with it, and sometimes I'm not. Like
that shit tough, man. Like we got over 20 plus books, websites, apparel, videos, lectures. You know, we got stuff going on in Africa. Like, man, look, I do the best that I can. All right.
Yeah, I know it. It's rough, man. I be trying to, bro.
I do the best, but a lot of my promotion is on Instagram, man.
Yeah, I see that.
I get a better response. So for those that follow me on Facebook, follow me on the gram, Black Panther Mossi. All of my pages are separate, man. Like I got a TikTok page, Black Panther Mossi as well, BlackPanthaMossi. My Black Panther Mossi page is strictly Egyptian. That's it. That's all you're gonna get from me on there. Instagram, more of my personality, but more West African dedicated, and then Facebook is just whatever comes to my mind at the time. But I try to keep those three pages separate, so you'll have a reason to follow me on all three.
That's smart. That's smart. That's smart marketing. That's smart.
Hey, because if I post the same stuff on each page, you're like, well, I can just follow one page.
Right.
Get all of it. I know you can't. I don't post everything. Know, so it is what it is at that point. But yeah, man, it's a full-time job. It's a full-time job.
It definitely is, man. But I got beautiful lessons about Kimoyo on the screen. Like I said, go to Same Tree Different Brands Publishing to get that if you're interested in learning about the culture and the tradition. Go get that. Spear Masters, Historical Survey in the Minds of African Warrior Scholars, Volume 4, recently published as well. Go get that publication. It's on Same Tree Different Brands Publishing. And I have on the screen here Sean's beautiful lessons about Kimoyo. I mean, Lord, not beautiful. I mean, what Sars COVID taught me.
I told you it's a full-time job.
Yeah, I'm dead.
It's hard. It's hard promoting all this stuff.
Yeah, it is, man.
And you get mixed up. Look,
yeah, man.
I'm just gonna share my link tree. Y'all click every link on there. How about that?
It's already it's in the description.
Yeah, so go to the description.
Yeah, it's in the description.
Click on my link tree, and you can see from there, man. I'm not gonna run down everything.
Yeah, it's in the description. And also, if you ain't had, if you're rocking with a new independent African Academy, you can go get your shirts, man. At our apparel company, ImbokaFamilyConnectApparel.com, man, and get your dope tee. We got some hoodies and sweats and goggles and stuff coming pretty soon.
Between you, Sar, and some of the other brilliant brothers in our community, Ron Green with Tribe Worldwide. Man, I don't have to wear none of that European stuff, man. I really don't.
Yeah,
I really don't. I really don't have any in my closet anymore. I got all stuff from the community, man, because brothers like you put out stuff. I'm unpacking because I just moved to North Carolina. I just found some some Mboka I wear that I ain't put on yet.
Wow.
Look, watch. How I turn this camera around.
Hey.
Right there. It's still in the plastic.
Man, that logo is so hard, man.
Yeah, man.
I got tons of it in there.
We ain't gotta. I mean, I ain't gotta wear nothing but my brother's stuff, man. I got Mossi socks, Mossi shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gotta wear none of that Gucci, Louis, none of that stuff right there. I don't know them people. I know Kofi. That's who I know. So I'm gonna support the people I know.
Right. And that Mboka design, it was actually made by Fidel. Fidel is an associate of Alu and Fatu. Mm-hmm. And me and Alu talked about that design, and he said he knew somebody that was sketched. So I met with Fidel. Fidel told me what he can do, how I wanted the color scheme. So that sketch actually come from out of Gambia, and I bought the sketch from him, and then took the sketch, and then I took it to this before we started the company. I took it to Jehudi, and Jehudi turned that sketch into the art graphic that we got right now.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's straight
man.
from the motherland.
Straight
that's
from
the
the
whole
motherland.
story too. Like that's a whole background to this.
Yep.
Oh, I just you just talked it up, man. You just talked it up.
What's that?
Just pulled it out.
Man,
I ain't even know it was in there.
What's that?
That's them Boca.
Yeah, the Mboka Dolph thing down there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dolph thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm telling
Gambia,
you, I ain't
man,
got about nothing
Gambia is
else.
more and more starting to seem like like a good place. A good place.
Man, I'm telling you, no language barrier there.
Mhm.
No language barrier. They speaking the English.
And right now it's not expensive like Ghana or one of them other countries.
Yeah.
And they say Ghana is the most expensive city
in the world.
In the world.
And
now to put that into context, not so much for us coming over there, but for the local people living there. Yeah, Ghana tearing their ass up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So that's something to consider, man. Like if the average person can't live there, how long before you gonna be hurting? If you're thinking about going there,
especially if you like just I mean,
retired.
it's if you go in there like bringing jobs and stuff, but like
I got a book, man, that I can recommend. I actually interviewed this sister. She is from Ghana. Her name is Mary Ann Olo. I ain't finna pronounce her last name, but she stay in Ohio, but she's back and forth to Ghana, and she wrote a book. Let me change the camera.
I think I saw that one.
Yeah, and this in here is called Moving to Ghana. So I mean, it breaks down everything, how much it costs, the certain things, how to get over. I mean, it's I hadn't read the whole book, but I looked through the book, man. So if you even if you're trying to visit Ghana, man, this is a
I'm
great
definitely
book,
trying to
man.
visit Ghana sometime
Yeah,
soon.
I'm trying to visit for sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lock arms with Cambon.
Yeah. So there's definitely a great book. I want to go too. But it's just not on my radar. That was on my radar because I got ties in Ghana. My mother's family migrated from Uganda into Ghana, and I wanted to go there. And then my father's people migrated from Kenya into Nigeria. So those are the two places I want to go. But Ghana was first on my list. But when I found out how expensive it was and stuff, so I said I'm gonna wait, and Gambia will be a better pick for me, especially since we done built that relationship with Fatu and Alu and Madu and Fidel and the whole entire Gay Journal Skills Academy schools over there, man, and the people that work for them over there, man. So that was the thing for me, man. I wanted to try to get over there.
A man born on a Friday who goes by Kofi thought he had to explain his Ghanaian connection to us.
People may not know. we still on the air, man. I mean,
damn, your name is Kofi.
Yeah, what people still might not get it.
Official.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see us all down there, man. That would be epic, man.
Yeah, man. We gonna have to make it happen, brother. We definitely gonna have to make it happen, man. And
hey,
I'm definitely
Aziz, look at the shirt, man.
That's lit. Yo, that's lit.
What you got? I ain't even see it, man.
The Jollof.
Jollof. Yeah, man. So yeah. Man,
I ain't gotta wear nothing else, man.
Me neither, bro.
Kofi got me cuffed.
Yeah, me too. I would just explain that to my son because he wants to be like everybody else
Nah,
told him,
man.
we
Keep your
got
individuality.
that's what I wish he was still here so he could have just
Keep your
heard that from
When
individuality,
you're
somebody.
young,
man.
you don't realize it. When you're young, you don't realize it. That's what make you dope.
Yeah, yep. And I told him, man,
Yeah.
I'm Kofi is Kofi. I'm not trying to speak like nobody. I don't try to present my information like nobody. I try not to look like nobody. I try not to, I damn sure don't talk like nobody. Even if I tried, I don't think I could. I'm so country. But so that's the thing I be trying to get my son, and I had to show him like I ain't got no more. I got to get a closet, man, because I'm banned from me and my wife share a closet. It's a walk-in closet, but
Oh, man.
I got more stuff in there than she go, and so I can't. She said I can't put not a nail nutter, not a nail nutter.
You sound like my wife.
Not
You
a
know
nail
what?
nutter.
My wife did ban me from African clothes.
Yeah, so I
Just
got a
banned.
whole, yeah, so I got a whole in a room.
Kaftan in that joint.
Yeah,
Hey, not no more. Hey, I done tried to sneak some hats.
yeah.
Hey, I tried to sneak some hats.
Right.
You know
Man.
what I'm saying?
Whatever y'all got extra, y'all can just send my way, man.
And I got
I
plenty
don't
of
think we
stuff.
wear the same size, brother.
Oh, you might have a point there, though.
Yeah, I'll get you something though, Xavier. I'll get you something else, man. To you, man. I got you. You just had to give me your address, man. Just give me your address out of here. And then I'm definitely, we got to get out of here because I got to meet with a client. But I'm definitely gonna get with you, man, as far as the thing with it, just think about it as far as the Wolof classes, because that's give you an opportunity, man, where we getting people to invest in you, because you're not. And my thing is, I be trying to do things where people don't feel like they giving me nothing. So I mean, you be giving us something in exchange. Everything is about an equal exchange. I try to tell people that all the time. So in exchange for my currency, you're teaching us Wolof. So, so trying to keep that in mind where, because like I'm saying, we going to go full press with this thing, man, in December. And Fatu and Alu, and we already got them. They're going to try to do what they got to do on their end in Gambia too. So December, people going to start seeing a lot of stuff. So by that time, we'll start having more people involved, and then we'll try to, give people, hey, if you're going to go, and this is what all the things that we're trying to do to get the money, so you're able to go. And then in the process, while you're going, hey, I got a brother, Aziz. He's from Senegal. He speaks Wolof. They speak Wolof down there. Let's all try to take a class, so when we go down there, we can kind of speak to them in their own language, and as well. So man, just gotta keep that in mind.
Have people comfortable to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm signing up first day.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely signing up first day, man. So I'm gonna
put that together.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep you up to speed with that, man. And like I said, the stuff that we're actually trying to do, I'll be putting that in the back chat, man, probably this evening, or later on tonight, or first thing in the morning after I look at over a few little things, man. But yeah, man. But on that note, man, I said ETM Hotep in the beginning, which means bring forth peace. So now I'm gonna say Shimim Hotep. Shimim Hotep just means to depart in peace. I want to say peace and Black African power. Again, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking out with us. Y'all could have been doing anything else with y'all time, but y'all, a lot of y'all stayed the duration of the video. Some of y'all came and then came back. We appreciate that. So peace to y'all. Peace to those that may be looking at it in the archives, because we do get a lot of people that actually will come back later on and look at it in the archives. So again, we'll appreciate all of y'all. We appreciate y'all's support. We'll be back tomorrow with various topics. So tune in to that show. It'll be a pretty interesting show. And man, we out, man. Peace and Black African power. I led y'all in with Baba Amin. I interviewed Baba Amin last week on the Warrior Scholar Show, and we talked about education. We talked about, the importance of Pan-African education. So on that note, I'm gonna leave y'all with his song again. I didn't even know the brother and his wife rapped until after I interviewed him. And well, actually, before I interviewed him, we kind of talked about it right there, but right before we went live. So I'm I'm gonna leave y'all with this song. I'll probably, play another song tomorrow, whatever. And if y'all got some good content, some good music, send it to me, man, so I can download it in the machine, man, and play it, man. But on that note, man, we out. I think this is called What's Your Name? So peace and Black African power when we out of here. Oh no, I'm on the wrong. I'm giving y'all a clap. Oh. I'll give it a roll, whatever it is. We out of here, man. Peace.
Yeah. It's still a lot of debate about who we are. That's arguing we ain't African, we ain't black, we ain't this, we ain't that. Man, truth is we all of that. Cause all of that come from us, you know what I'm saying? It's all about where you gon' fit in. Yeah. Yo, what's your name? You an African, an American, or an Israelite? Black or more, Muhammad or a provocateur? What the business like? Malcolm X, my enemy. Chief Turner, Dr. King, people burner, you repeat. Look at me, who you see? I'm Garvey when I rap a bar. Every line is a black star. I'm Master Far cause I understand who these crackers are. Nat Turner's my avatar. My attitude so desolate. I'm a mocking dog, these motherfuckers. Back to copy these Europeans, know what I mean? I'm Farrakhan, never will I run. Robert Williams, nigga with a gun. George and Jonathan Jackson, Dr. Yosef Ben, Yakinan. Showing proof like Dr. Clark. I'm a goon cause I got the heart. I'm Dubois cause I'm hella smart. I'm Denzel cause I got the part. I'm Bianchi, Sutton Kufu, Mansa Musa, Shaka Zulu. I'm with Mia, I'm with Tulu. If I was Jesus, what would you do? I'm a Negro and I'm colored. I'm your nigga and your brother. Yeah, I kill you, but I love you. Accept your own and reject the other. What's your name?
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you a tongue?
What's your name? It's the Shigaboo, it's the Porsche Monkey, the Sambo. It's the Oreo, maybe revolution is just too much for the handle. I ain't carrying no scandal. I ain't scary, I am. Carrot up with a candle. Time to pick up your mantle. I'm a son to I ain't Queen of Zinga. Nefertiti and Queen Amina. Hatchet and the Queen of Sheba. She thinks she God, please believe her. Name is Osada, great escape. Angela Davis, Pete say. Winnie Mandela, refuse to break. I'm anime, refuse to hate. I see straight through cause I'm late today. It's standing loop, I got things to say. With Shirley Chisholm, I paved the way. The homie queen came to slay. Better should bow, I mean my Malcolm. Black love is the only outcome. I won't stop until y'all have some. I might say this shit gon' happen. I'm on shoe, come bless the altar. I'm Miriam, I bless the Walter. I'm on the Kuna, I drop my daughter. I'm Warrior, I cannot falter. I'm the one to give birth to stars. Masterful, how I work these bars. Series B to the earth to Mars. KOS, reverse the stars. Show now.
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you a tongue?